Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to, I guess you could just say that everything did not go right today. So I'm pretty much upset today. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you. My day was going okay this morning. I got things that I had to do this morning, but unfortunately, when I get to work, things went downhill from there. So today's really been not that kind of day I wish it was, but it wasn't. So I apologize if I sound mad. So please don't get upset. Everyone does that. When things go on, how do you deal with that? Okay, so um, pretty much this is basically going to blog about what happened. How do you solve it? What are you supposed to do? So we'll kind of make it into a positive. So I'll go ahead and begin. So here's the question: If you have, uh, if you have your kid that goes to a special needs adult program or school, that type of thing, I'm gonna tell you what. We're gonna just say that the whole name of it is staffing issues. Big ouch. Big ouch. Why is that? School, okay, so why is that a big ouch? Okay, I'll tell you why. Because schools can lose money, they can lose funding for that. If they go to a special needs workshops, they have them all over the place. All over the place. So it's crazy. So when you're low on staff, so there's a variety of different things we're talking about. If a place is low on staff, what do you do? If the schedule changes, what do you do? Do you keep everything the same? What do you do? Do you do you ask questions about what's going on? What do you do? Do you do you go on break and or do you wait until there's another person that can sit in with your students or whatever, or do you go ahead and go and do whatever you want to do? No. In general, I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. That will be positive, okay? Now, okay, so if it came to that, no. If if a place was low staff, would I leave and do whatever I want? No, I would do whatever my supervisor tells me or whatever they say. It all depends on what kind of job you get and employment and all that. It all depends on where you want to work and stuff. So if you're not quite sure what you're going to be doing on a daily basis and you have a job and all that stuff, ask questions. If there's a change, ask questions. And the other thing, everyone needs to realize you've got to have communication. That's right. Communication. Very important. If you guys are not open, whenever I do blogs like this, I've already said before, I am not telling you no names. It is strictly anonymous. So I'm just basically telling you that this does affect everybody, not just one person. It affects a ton of people depending on the situation. So number one is communication, which means if you can't make it into work or something like that, or your son or daughter can't go to school or whatever it is, make sure you call it in. Make sure you call. It's very important because if you don't, it affects their attendance. Then if they go to school, then that would make the school worry, or whatever program that they go to, because you've got to understand that attendance is everything, not just for schools, but for the real world. I mean, the whole employment uh, place. And that would include everybody that wants to get a job or people that are working right now. And people, don't play games. When you're working, please don't play games. Silly stuff. Like, if your boss is telling you, you should be working, doing da 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 da, do what you're supposed to do. Just don't get on your phone and do what you like play a game on your phone or whatever. If your boss is telling you to do things that you should not be doing, hey, I, and if you get caught, not my problem. It happens to everybody. If you do something that you're not supposed to do and they tell you that you're not supposed to do it, wouldn't be too surprised if you uh, see your supervisor or whatever say, "Oh, you shouldn't be on your phone. You need to put it away." "Oh, no, you shouldn't be doing that. Put the phone away." Because if you do things that you're not supposed to be doing within your job description, then that's how you get terminated. And then when you get terminated from a job, it does affect you when you try to apply for another job. It makes it very difficult for you to try and get another one. So let's say you got terminated, fired from multiple jobs for whatever problem it was, which that I don't even know. I'm just giving you my best opinion. So I'm just saying, if you guys don't follow through with your job, you'll find out what happens. And I can't say what happens behind the scenes because I'm just giving you advice on the right way. Yeah, and if you're not gonna come in to work, just remember to call. Your supervisor is gonna want to know. The same thing if your kids go to school. Remember, you gotta call in their absence. Okay, because everyone that works, goes to school, goes to college, all in between. Attendance is very important, especially for schools, special needs programs. You guys got to think about funding too. I can't emphasize that enough because when you call off, let's say you work at a special needs center and it's a workshop or whatever, and if you don't call in, boss is gonna want to know what happened. You've done this da 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 this many times. This is what's gonna happen if you keep doing it. And I think you guys know exactly what will happen. So just think about it. Just think about it and do what's right. Um, Make sure that you know, just make sure that your decisions are clear and don't do anything that's gonna mess it up because you're not messing it up for everybody else. You're just messing it up for yourself. So if you have a job that you that you really enjoy doing, just follow through on what you're supposed to be doing because every job that you go to has a handbook. A handbook is basically based on what the rules are, what's allowed, and what's not allowed. So there, a yes would be, yes, this is okay, da 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 da, and no, this is not okay, or you know, if that makes any sense. So just be careful what you do when you're at work. Don't be doing weird things like, getting a job and not showing up. Got to be really careful. So make sure that you make the right decision and make sure your communication and everything is, firm and everything. Don't make any mistakes. We all make mistakes, but when it comes to getting a job, be truthful. You got to be really truthful about your job because they're not gonna accept it if you're lying to them and make up stuff and go, oh, I wanted to go and do something else and go, you know what I mean, just a whole bunch of other stuff. But I'm just giving you guys advice on those type of things. So communication means that you got to make sure that you keep everybody in the loop of what's going on, because if you don't, then they're going to try and hint, okay, why didn't so and so tell me that they weren't coming to work or whatever? Communicate, because you'll probably get either a phone call or something like that, and they're gonna want to know, are you okay? What happened? I mean, I don't even know what they'd say. I have no idea. So, don't be surprised if they call and just ask you questions, stuff like that. Because if you work, they do worry if you're not coming into work for several days. Like, it could be something serious, but make sure you call them, keep them up to date and everything, so that way they can let the proper people know. So then that way there's no errors or anything like that. So I want to tell you about that. So just make sure that you do just that and do the right thing. Okay? Now, the second thing is that, what do you do if you have a young adult, teenager, whatever, that wants to go to a special needs adult program or whatever? Because there's a lot of them out there. They're all over the place. So this is one thing that maybe some of you guys may not understand, but I'll tell you, when a place, like, let's say it's school, that I'm going to go ahead and include everything and everything. So it doesn't matter if it's school, your job, or whatever. If they're low staff, they might call you and ask you, can you come in and work, these days or whatever? We need extra staff. Now, if you ask me, I would be saying, yes, I can come in, but I'll check my schedule and I'll let you know. But I usually tell them I am going to make the effort and try and come. So I'd go home, check my schedule, see what's going on, and then let them know. So at least take that opportunity and tell them that you'll try and do it. But make sure you check your schedule and see what's going on. Or if you really don't know, just tell them I'm not sure. I'll let you know. I'll check my schedule and see what my agenda is for that week. And then if not, they understand that. That's all you got to do, is be reasonable. Is that if you're not able to do it, just let them know. Then that way they can figure out what other, employees, staff, or whatever that they can get. And I can understand that, because special needs programs, including the schools, the more absences that they get, the more funding is lost that they cannot get back, because it goes down like that. But it's very important, if they are going to school, not just school, but when the state has attendance record day, oh yes, that's very important. Very important. Why is that? Why is it important to go to work or school or a special needs program for record day? This indicates to the state, depending on what state you live in, this is actually a requirement. It is required. This basically tells the state, the more people that come to, like, school, your special needs center or whatever, I'm going to say your job too. I'm pretty sure that would count for something. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say it does. So this is basically telling the state how much funding that you're going to get. The same thing with student count day, very important. Because if the state is telling you that student count day is coming up, be prepared. Because if your son or daughter don't go that day, but if they're sick, I understand that, but sometimes they might ask you to bring them in. But if they're sick, you don't want to chance that. I've been down that road. I was in school. Not going to say what. I'm not going to tell you the name of the school. Just say that when it happened to me, they called me maybe 3 or 4 times. And I was sick. I had the flu. They asked me to come in, and I told them I couldn't. They told me I had to come in anyway because they needed a count. And then I argued about it when I got there and said, you would do that. Have sick people come in and then you thank them for coming in. How embarrassing is that? So ask questions and stuff. If there's something you don't understand, please do the right thing, make the right call, be positive about it. Okay? And just make sure you communicate and, talk about it and stuff. So we'll be doing more live blogs on communication and all the importance about getting a job, what stuff, and all that stuff, all the importance of your job, what you are allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. We'll do a separate blog for that, and it will be called The Rules, Policies of Employment World is what I'll call that. So I'll probably be doing a live blog. Let's see. I'll check my agenda and see what's going on. I've got other things planned for today for blogs and stuff. So I will let you know when I'm doing that blog. So don't miss out on that. Everybody have a great day, and I will have another blog. Let's see. I'm going to say between 3:30 to 6, around there. If not, I'll be pushing the time up to 8 o'clock. So I'll have one up as soon as I can. We'll see you later on, late this afternoon, evening. We'll have more live blogs coming up tonight. So stay tuned, watching. Please comment and all that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.